What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video back in Windland Adventure Resort. We're finally back here in this series. I know it has been a while. Some of you may have been wondering what's going on and may not be in the loop. I've been trying to update as many people as I can, but it's just sometimes not everyone gets to hear or understand what's going on. So anyways, I've been having issues with my PC lately and editing software, so I'm hoping that this works and that I actually get this episode out to you guys properly. If it's not properly and the quality is really bad, I do apologize in advance. So I at least want to get the video out even if the quality's bad, and the issue that it has been having is when I render the video, everything's fine, like the video records fine, everything like that. It's just when I render it, I'm having rendering issues to where my PC, one, doesn't want to stay on because it overheats, and so I'm still working on a fix for that. But if I do get the video rendered, it is a very poor quality, and there's a lot of pixelation going on, and it just started doing this out of nowhere. So I'm not entirely sure the reason or cause. Since my software update has had its last update, it has been having most of these issues, so I don't know if that is one of the problems, or if it's just that my PCs just can't handle the rendering process at the moment with how it's getting overheated and such. I'm not entirely sure. So that is what's been going on and why you haven't really been seeing a lot of videos, honestly. And, I've just been very slow moving on trying to find the solution. I've been trying to uninstall the program, reinstall it, and see if that helps. And I'm hoping that it does. So anyways, regardless, I'm getting this video out to you guys no matter what, and whether the quality sucks or not. And if the quality is poor, I apologize, and we're just going to keep pushing forward, at least for now, until I figure that out, because you guys deserve to have the content to you guys anyway, so you guys can see the progress and we don't have to stall the progress. You'll notice that the last episode was a live stream, and some people didn't like that. Some people want the time lapses, of course. So but yeah, if you do see a dip in quality, it means that I have not figured it out yet. If the quality is just fine, then everything hopefully is good to go moving forward, but we'll have to wait and see. That kind of remains to be seen. So in this exact episode, though, we are going to be working on finishing up the restaurant within the water park, and also going to be filling in a little spot with a new kids area. Very, very exciting. Kind of like a new kids pool area, with some smaller slides and stuff like that. We're at least getting started on it. I want to do some more detailing and such on that as well. If you had watched the live stream, be sure to check it out as well, because we did build most of this restaurant during that, and of course now that we have the restaurants in the game, we can do that. And also we're going to be working on that sports grill probably in the next episode, so we have another restaurant to build while we take care after we take care of this one. So very, very exciting stuff there as well. But you can see I do use there was one blueprint I wanted to use for this little ice machine that is also in the workshop, so be sure to check that out if you haven't already. And yeah, we have this little backstage area for the restaurant as well for the employees, so I wanted to make it look mostly like a backstage area, like, some wear and tear on the concrete, something that they don't really upkeep that much because it's out of guest view, and a little tiny road here for the employees. And of course we need to have a little staff only little gate here so the employees can actually access this area if they're not within inside the restaurant. So they can actually have a little trail there that will lead back there, but I also want to make sure it still looks nice if you're inside the water park itself. And then we're going to cover everything else up with foliage and scenery and just beautiful stuff as well. I wanted to put a lot of foliage and scenery and greenery around this hill here that the resort lies on. That way it looks nice and natural, and it just is filled in. It was very empty before, so very, very nice. And of course I wanted to have that little trail, and then there were some details I wanted to put on this building. I still could potentially add more details than what we see in this episode later on. For instance, like the sign for the restaurant, I haven't really come up with a name for this restaurant just yet, but when we do, that will go on the front at the entrance of the restaurant itself. So But yeah, I just wanted to get those little bit fine details and to kind of finish up this awesome restaurant that we created. This is my first restaurant that I've created in game, but I might potentially, I'm not sure how easy it would be, but I would like to maybe put this on the workshop and as a blueprint, so you guys can plop this restaurant down for your parks as well if you'd like to. I will look into that if it's not already there. Yeah, be sure to check that out if it is on there. So be sure to follow my Frontier Workshop creator page as well, since you can follow people now. I'm very excited for a lot of the updates coming up in Planet Coaster 2. Obviously, we got an updated roadmap. We are going to be getting on-ride photos and such like that, and souvenir shops like we have in Planet Zoo. So you can actually create like awesome like little gift shops and such. So we'll have to definitely implement that once we get that June update as well. I cannot wait. I might even leave some spots open for shops like that. That's something I'm very, very excited for, to be able to do those kind of like little gift shops and everything for that are going to be making its way into the game. Because if you ever played Planet Zoo, you know those souvenir shops are very, very nice. You can really you can put products on the shelf, and guests will build them, or actually buy them. I said build. They'll buy them and everything like that. And on-ride photos are going to be linked with those souvenir shops, so you can actually attach your on-ride photos as a part of those shops. So you can have proper exit shops for your like coasters and stuff. That's going to be really, really neat. And I'm very excited to see how that is implemented. We'll probably get our first view at that towards the end of the month when they do their next unlocked stream. Very exciting. But we're going to need to look ahead into the next update, which is still May. We can't forget about it, which will add security guards and a lot of path enhancements as well. We'll be able to finally remove the curb on the path, and then we have invisible paths coming as well, which is also just incredible, by the way, and just a lot of enhancements for the pathing system. We can get rid of the path foundation, like that's underneath the big thick piece. We can get rid of that. There's just a lot more that we're going to be able to do with that. So moving forward into this little kids pool area, I wanted to create this neat little space where, you know, parents can just let their kids run wild in here. A very shallow little pool that will also have a couple of kid slides and kind of like a little fort as well. So this is just kind of a baseline, and I wanted to get something started here. It's not like it's not completely finished at the end. We're going to, my plan is to hopefully add some more details to this, but this gives a little bit of the idea of what we wanted to go for. But like, I mean, just like little small slides like this that are very tiny and that will not be too scary for like kids and everything. Like it's for pretty much all ages like that, because my first I wasn't originally going to do kind of like this fort at first, and then I was like, how am I going to get you know, the stairway for this up to the platform? And it ended up turning into like, well, it's gonna look kind of weird, but what if I made it into kind of like a little fort area, you know, that has kind of overlooks the pool, that goes over the pool and everything like that. So I decided to make something kind of neat along those lines, and you'll see here later on when we create the second slide that will go actually across the pool. You probably saw it a little bit in the little bit of footage at the beginning of the episode, so of the somewhat of the final result. So but yeah, we go into this and we're going to create a cover over that platform and just some custom supports that kind of match the theming and everything like that. So just to have that stairway that leads up to this little platform and fort. And I also would think it would be kind of cool eventually, we haven't added it just yet, to have like little interactive water guns where you could like maybe spray the guests down below. I don't know if if that would be something that would be realistic in real life, but I think it would be kind of a cool idea. So I think it would be awesome to have kind of like a little water gun fight, you know, from from above these, you know, spray people down below. You know, it's kids area, so like surely it'd be fine, right? But anyways, yeah, so But I've been watching this little cave area, that little body of water that goes under this cave for quite some time now, and I thought maybe that'd be kind of a cool spot to actually have a little kids play area that has a lot of water and stuff, or a little pool and stuff for them to use. So, but this also allowed me to do a little bit of more kind of terraforming and doing mess along with the landscape a little bit. So we're not completely flat. We do have sections that do have a little bit inclined places. There's another spot as well where we do that, and we utilize different kinds of terrain, and the terrain is not completely flat through the entire park and everything. So that's kind of the idea that we're going for here, and I'm pretty proud of how that is actually shaping up. So once we do get this in here, we did need to do some more natural pieces, and of course when I got this pool in here, of course I wanted to kind of blend the pool together with the terrain and the little cave here. So that actually turned out pretty good. Just doing some little simple rock work, and I'll probably add some more water effects into the water as well. That way you can have a bit of stuff with that. So then I got the idea of putting another platform over here that can connect with the other platform with paths, and we have kind of a slightly bigger slide that goes over, and it will go around and over down into the pool right there as well. So my plan was to make these slides not too crazy, of course, because again they will be for children. And then we have this little fort area as well that is going to hang over the pool area, and that way you can have, again, that little bit of cool interaction, and the kids would be able to go up here and actually, again, I would like to maybe utilize some sort of like water guns or something that can spray guests down below, and that will be kind of the idea here for this little kids splash area. So yeah, I figured, kids like going up into like little forts and everything, so I kind of got this idea of doing this. And I also put a little employee, which is a lifeguard, up there to kind of cover the rest of the pool. Would he be able to actually go down and save someone from that height? Probably not, but I think it'd be nice. I thought it was just cool to have a little bit of an employee up there, and I'll probably potentially put more coverage over these pathways, like some covers and such to kind of shade from the hot sun and everything, but we'll wait and see how that goes. But yeah, we have these little platforms for the slides, and I might add more slides as well later on, but at the moment we're just going to stick with these 2 slides and see how it goes. So let me know in the comments if you would think I should add more slides for the kids area or not. So anyways, again, I don't know if it's very realistic to have these slides going over the area as well. I'm not entirely sure if that's would be an issue or a safety issue of any sorts, but I think it'd be fine, obviously, unless of course the kids would start climbing on them, but I'm not entirely sure. But that's what we have employees for and the lifeguards for, to try and make sure that the kids don't do that and that they're behaving as well. So but yeah, the last spot I wanted to fill in was right here, and I decided you don't really have many bathrooms yet in the park, so I figured it'd be a good spot to place in a nice restroom to kind of get that area filled. And instead of just being one big planter area, we can actually have something there, and that way we have good coverage for toilets and everything, so guests' needs are met throughout the park as well, because you can't get enough toilets. That's one thing that you can't get enough of in your theme park. So but I figured it would fit in nicely. I had to get a little creative on the shaping here, and of course if I didn't have, I probably should have done this before I put that pathway down, but it gave me a little bit of a way to create a unique shape for this little bit restroom. And I'll probably add some more details on this restroom. I keep saying that, but we'll definitely go back and go through and add any more extra details that we need to the park as well, and to the water park anyways, when we're doing like a lot of our finishing touches and just making stuff look a little bit nicer at the end. So, but again, I would like to again apologize for the length between episodes has been absolutely ridiculous, and I know I've been after like committing on getting episodes out weekly. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that again. We'll have to wait and see. So I'm not going to promise anything, but hopefully we shouldn't have episodes be as far apart as last time. So anyways, we're going to head into a real-time section here in a moment, and we'll get from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse, and yeah, so enjoy the rest of the video, guys. And real-time me will explain a little bit further of what we accomplished in this episode. So thanks. All right, everybody, welcome back to Windland Adventure Resort, in the real-time section, of course. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode, because now we're gonna head into a little bit of a real-time section. I know you guys have been eagerly waiting and patiently waiting for a new episode, and I'm hoping that I actually get this put together and it works. If not, then it's gonna kind of suck, but hopefully everything is working properly now, where the quality is not like destroyed in any way, shape, or form. We've had a few live streams where we've worked on the park now, and also now a new time lapse. So basically, what I wanted to do in this episode is fill in a lot of this gap over here where this little cave area was that had a body of water, and I decided to build my own little kind of kids area pool, which is still kind of a work in progress. This is going to be a little bit more, there's going to be a little bit more we're going to add on to it. This is just kind of a baseline to get started. I do want to add a little bit more, like maybe like some water guns or something off of this little platform here, where kids maybe can like spray people down below with water. I think that'd be kind of a fun little interactive piece. And of course, I wanted to put a few kind of smaller kid slides in this area as well. And it's also going to be just a very shallow type of pool, so like it's fit for like more families and kids and everything. And it'll go down back into the like this slight little cave area, which we're gonna add probably some more rock work and stuff to it as well. But it's a good start and a good base for I think what I'm trying to accomplish over here, to kind of have like this little fort kind of style kind of going over here, which will be pretty cool. And then, of course, we cannot forget about the new restaurant, which is a functioning restaurant that actually has interior, and that will be pretty awesome to see guests inside of here. We also did an outdoor portion, which has technically a second restaurant that attaches all of these tables on the outside. So there is an outdoor section as well with this little bit. This would probably kind of more act as kind of like a little bar in real life. But also there's outdoor seating that kind of looks nice, and if you're on the end tables here, you'll get a pretty cool view of the over the water here with some of the slides and everything with this big body of water. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's basically what we wanted to accomplish here. We still have another big restaurant to kind of work on, and that is going to be the Windland Sports Grill, which we'll probably do in the next episode. And fill in this area as well. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do before I push forward too far, is trying to complete everything that I've done so far and kind of fill in those areas and gaps that I have kind of lacked lately, that being this little spot here, and of course kind of cleaning up and finishing up the area where the restaurant actually is. And of course that is what we're going to have to do over here as well, over in the last portion of this section of the city walk area. That way we can get the sports grill here. We might add a little bit pieces of parking, maybe for like employees potentially or something like that, and maybe even a little bit of a backstage area for like this hotel and kind of the city walk area in general. Potentially, we'll see kind of how it kind of all plays out, but I think this entire section of the resort is turning out pretty epic, and you can see how awesome it is to have like a resort hotel kind of overshadowing the entire water park section of the entire resort. So there is still one more ride that we are planning on putting in, which will be one more water coaster, and it's going to go in the back area here and connect to the section that will do all of that. I don't know if we'll get to that in the next episode. We'll probably mainly focus on the sports grill next, and then look into that, and then we'll do some final finishing touches. So we probably have about 3 to 4 episodes left of the water park potentially, and then we'll be working our way into the most anticipated dry park, which I am very excited to get into, and honestly, we should probably have been into by now, but you know, with a little bit of delays, my PC's been having issues lately, and my editing software as well, so hopefully this is all resolved now and everything like that. So at least for now, at least until I can get some like permanent fixes with that. But it's not like I can't run the game or anything like that, so I can obviously still work on everything here. So that is going to be that, and I think we're going to have this body of water continue over here once we get around to it, and we'll have the water park kind of separated by water, and that will kind of get us into the Viking area, which will probably be the first area that we work on in the dry park. Not gonna lie, because it'll be right up against the water park itself, and kind of have a separation using that body of water. And I think it'd be perfect to have like that body of water be worked into the Viking section as well. And it also kind of works with our Viking slides here, which will also be kind of part of that theme, slightly right off to the side, which is separate from that park as well, but it will kind of fit in a little bit with its location, and I just like how it kind of overhangs, overshadows the city walk area. Looks quite nice, so pretty excited about that. And yeah, more to come, and let's get this this section of the resort finished so we can move on to the big part. But of course, I'm not going to rush anything. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and comments down below, what you guys think of the water park so far, which is Windland Paradise Adventure. And this water park is turning out to be pretty awesome, and we're almost done with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, guys. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe for more amazing content like this. And of course, we're going to be back very, very soon, hopefully with another video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day and be cool tomorrow. Thanks, and goodbye.